Hi guys, it's Monday afternoon, and just because we finished one job and busted our ass at for the boss, working for the man today, we got to work for the lady today. We've got a big job on the agenda tonight. We want to put that shower stall, try to get that installed. Let's talk about the ADD compliance first. I'm sorry, I keep saying ADD because the boss always says I have attention deficit disorder. It's actually ADA, the Americans with Disability Act. And when George Bush the Elder was president, one of the good things he did was get Congress to pass the design standards to make things accessible for people in wheelchairs, like curb cutouts. So when you're going down the sidewalk, you don't have to drop down 4 inches, boom, and then the back drops down. They started making cutouts so you could wheel through, heights of bathrooms and all that, and every once in a while they update the standards. And when I was designing the bathroom outside, because it was basically an in-law or granny unit, I thought maybe someday it might be a rental and it would be good to have something that would be wheelchair accessible. The shower didn't necessarily have to be, but I couldn't have a tub in there. But I thought if I could get a wheelchair to move around in the bathroom, and to have the sink the proper height so that people could get underneath the sink, you know, as opposed to the vanity cabinets where you can't roll under because they have a, you know, have the door on them where you might store toilet paper or toiletry, toilet cleaning items and all that. So I worked long and hard here, especially when it came to bathroom design, and they have, this thing is over 200 pages long, this setup. And when you get to page 150 and right in there, the 160s, you start to get into plumbing design, and there's whole things about plumbing elements and facilities, and talks about design standards. And the main thing is you want to make sure if somebody is in a wheelchair is going to be using the bathroom, you have to make sure that they're going to have the radius that they can turn around in that bathroom. They've got to be able to turn a wheelchair in and maneuver back in to reach grab bars. So the design of that is a really, really critical feature. And you can just see there's page after page of things that I had to study. You know, if you're doing a roll-in shower like we're going to have here inside the Casa, there are certain design standards of flip-up seats. It's all kinds of things that you have to sort of take a crash course in design. So having said that, let's head outside now and talk about the practical realities. You know, besides hooking up the shower stall tonight, so I'll be able to finish drywalling around that stall. Hello, Wolfie. I want to make sure I get you know, make my heights for compliance. One of the main concerns with ADD compliance is making sure that the sink heights, as I mentioned before. So what I've done is I've marked off 33 inches here, and by ADA design code, you really should have a maximum. That sink should be no more than 34 inches high. Okay, so it's fully accessible to somebody in a wheelchair. I can't just mark 33. I guess I could, but you know, I want to give a little bit, a half an inch for allowing for flooring to be put down here. So I got the height of the 34-inch line there, and that should be really good. And because I bought a sink that does not have feet to it, it's a wall-hanging sink, it'll be readily accessible. It'll have at least 19 inches of clearance, so you know it's easy to wash the hands and everything. And there'll be grab bars around here at appropriate places. Yeah, I had to remove those 2 pieces of drywall so that I could block up for, I thought I'm going to need some more blocking or support here, for the sink is heavy. So I want to make sure that over time it doesn't work its way off of the wall. The other big concern, and one of the things that I designed beforehand here, I wanted to make sure that the door would be good and wide. So if it opens with the handle here, it just swings out that way, and it has easy access. Let's imagine Jen's coming in. She can easily open the door and then just wheel in there. And the inside room here is big enough for her to actually turn a wheelchair around here by design. By the specific design I used for making sure it would be large enough on the lavatory and sink side of of the bathroom. So you really need a 30 by 48 inch spinning space, of which some of that can count for being underneath the sink. It gets kind of complicated, but you know, you have to kind of put your heart into stuff, because not everybody in the world is the same when it comes to abilities and things. So I'm really glad, even before I knew Jen, that I put these design elements in here. We're going to blow this shower, and you may wonder what the cloth is. That's what you put down underneath of the base, the shower base here. So when people are standing on it, it doesn't make a sound like gritty noise, like plastic on grit. It's a sound cushioner, and that'll work real well. And these sides will be screwed in, and then clips will hold the sides and the back in. And then we'll be chooching in the single lever faucet, the mixer they call it here. You know, the old hot and cold are sort of passe. It's all combined into a mixer valve now. And the nice thing about Delta is for life it's guaranteed. So if it ever starts to leak, they'll send you new cartridges that go inside. And it's really easy to change them out. So this should be a pretty easy job to pop this in. Well, you know, we always say easy, but we never really know. So we're gonna get started. That's gonna keep us busy. It's gonna keep us out of trouble tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna feed Wolfie, and then we're gonna get the show on the road. The sun is going down. All right, we're well underway here. You can see we're routing the water lines, all drilled out for a hot and a cold. The PEX tubing there. Hitting those studs and working that in real good, and then we're going to block out here. Okay, underway. Looking good, huh? You can see this PEX tubing is nice and flexible. It makes the corners real good, and this will be for the cold hookup here, and we'll do the hot hookup there, and it's really easy. And this stuff is virtually impossible to kink. It's really good. And I can adjust the insulation later. It's no big deal. This is sort of an insulated stall anyway. And yeah, it's gonna be super to hook that up there. So make these connections. I tell you, it'll be a late night, but this whole job will be done here. All this stuff will be installed. We generally go to 78 inches for the height of a shower head. And of course that's going to drop down 3 inches or so. But you go to hotels these days and they're about 58 inches or something. It really sucks. You have to duck down to take a shower. So I want to make sure that's not the case here. So yeah, looking good. Okay, it's going to be a late night, but we've got to get it done because Wednesday I got to be able to come in here and finish the rough-in drywall and get some tape down. Okay, we got the PEX hooked up, the hot and the cold all drilled in good through there. We don't have to worry about bracketing on that because we're not going to be drilling anything in at that level. And we got the valve body hooked up here with the hot and cold coming into the mixer. That's awesome. We got the cold feed in here for the water, and this actually goes up to the shower here for that. So yeah, it's coming along awesome. So I'm gonna get the shower put in now, and I didn't burn anything up with the torch or anything. Got that all set on real good. Had to cut out there to get that into the stud so it's the right projection out of the plastic of the sides there. So okay, rolls on, getting late. Ooh, night is getting old, getting tired, but we got the this is up now, the shower, and the valves are going to go pop the water on now and make sure we don't have any leaks. You don't want to be putting any drywall up and then having leaks. So I want to check that real carefully, pressure test that. Guys, it's dark, it's 9 o'clock. I've been up since 6 o'clock. I'm freaking dying, I'm tired. Okay, but we made a hell of a lot of progress, but I made a big boo-boo. I don't have a piece of 2-inch pipe to do the drain hookup. I thought I had some in the garage, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go till tomorrow. I've got the S-bend all set there, and you always need that kind of trap for sanitary and stinko reasons. So I've got that all set, but I forgot the piece of 2-inch pipe to come up and make the drain in the bottom of the shower pan there. But I did get the mixer valve set good. She's good and solid on there. Not going to bounce around. The PEX tubing went down real good. Got the shower head set at a good height. I don't like the hotel shower heads. Or like at 60, 65 inches. It's a good 78. It'll drop down to 74. So it's all good. So tomorrow going to pop in the shower pan and blow those sides in, and we'll be all set. And then Wednesday we can finish the drywalling in, and I'll figure out some way to sort of trim in and finish off the top there. Did manage to get the blocking up for the sink, so we're going to be at about 33 inches there, which will be fine for sink height. You can't just hang the sink off the 2x4s here. There's a couple places that's going to have to be connected, and that's got to be a really strong, good connection to hold a suspended sink. We don't have the luxury of having a vanity cabinet that's going to support the weight of that sink. All that weight is going to be borne right here on these members. Now, probably have to go with an oval mirror here, unless I switch out this light for the side, which I may or may not do. I might swing that on the other side there. I don't know. It depends how ambitious I am. Otherwise, just put a mirror up a little higher on a tilting plane here, and I think it'll be pretty doggone good. But anyway, it has been a productive night. A lot of plumbing, Rosie style here done. So the hard work is done, and then tomorrow should be real easy. If I wasn't so dumb, if I had remembered another piece of 2-inch pipe, I only need about a 6-inch piece, right? Can you bring one over? Hook that up. But anyway, Monday night comes to a close, so we'll call this part one of the shower hookup. And I'm very excited. It's looking real good here, and yeah, getting closer and closer and closer. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, what's left of your Monday nights after midnight on the East Coast. I know, so I got to get a shower and get to bed. I got a morning chooch to do tomorrow. All right, everybody, thanks.